Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to the family. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning back in. Happy Vlogmas Day 5. I am running a little bit off schedule, but nonetheless, here we are. We're going to keep this going. So in today's video is going to be a sit down video, and we're going to talk about gear versus skill. So I asked this question on my Instagram and I asked this question on my threads about, does it matter? Does your gear matter when you are taking photos? And I think it's safe to say that for the most part, the consensus that I got was a lot of no's. Some people straight up said no. Some people gave some explanations. I'm gonna post them throughout the video of what other people said, and then I'm just gonna kind of give my take on it. Right. I think with the way that I phrased the question being, do you need expensive gear to take good photos? And my answer to that is no, because I I consider myself like a pretty decent to good photographer, right? And as of now, I currently have a Canon Rebel T7. That was my starter camera, which I still have. And I have my 50 mm 1.2 um f-stop lens that I use along with my kit lens. I think my kit lens is a 24 mm to 70, but I can't remember, or I'll probably double check in a second. But I I kind of just make do with what I have in regards to the gear that I have, right? So I don't have like the most expensive gear and I don't have like the most expensive lens. I think my camera along with like my kit lens was like 375 or like 400 at the time that I bought it. I bought this in like 2021, so I don't know if the price has gone up. I don't know if the price has gone down because it's like a relatively older model now, but um that's relatively a good price in regards to like getting cameras. And then my 50 mm, I can't remember how much that cost me either, but I want to say it's between like the 150 to 250 range. So yeah, we're looking about what, maybe 600, maybe 650 worth of gear. And if you ask like any other photographer like what they have, they're like, yeah, I have an 85 mm lens, I have a 50 mm lens. Like, they have all these lenses and things like that, right? And again, it's great to have additional equipment and it's great to have all these extra things, but your gear does not make your photos. I fully believe that my skill set, or at least my editing skills, make up about 70 to 80% of my photos. So the photos that you guys like see like posted on my page or like what I post on threads and things like that, um that comes from my editing more so of my gear. A lot of times, and like photographers can like attest to this, like people will say like, oh my gosh, your camera takes good photos, and it's like, is it my camera that takes good photos, or is it me that's putting in the work to take these good photos, right? So yeah, just even that within itself. So I think the way that I phrased the question of, do you need expensive gear to take good photos? No, you do not. You can kind of make do with anything. And what I just mentioned with even my own gear, you don't even need that, right? You can get a point and shoot camera. My actually very, very first camera, which I'm actually like looking at right now, it was a, why am I struggling? It's right here. It's right here. It's a Nikon Coolpix B500 camera, and this is a point and shoot camera. This was my very first photo. This is my very first camera. And I used to just take photos on this, not knowing what to do. I literally was just kind of just like going with the flow. But again, like, you start from somewhere, and you don't necessarily need expensive gear to start, and you do not need expensive gear to have great photos or to take great photos. I think if I had worded the question a little bit differently, in the sense of, will you eventually need to get like certain gear, or would you eventually like need to get the expensive lenses or get the expensive cameras in order to continue on with your business? And that's also a bit of a toss up, because I think that's also an up in the air conversation, like depending on who you ask. For me, I want to lean towards yes in regards to that, because I eventually want to get into sports photography. I eventually want to get into events and things like that. One of the most common camera lenses for sports photography is a 24 to 70 mm, but that is the most expensive thing I've ever seen in my life, because that one lens goes for $2,000. My fault. I think the lowest I've ever seen it was about 1,800. And again, even that is kind of just like an investment. Would I need that lens to take great photos in that niche in the sports photography world? I think so. So I do think that depending on like how the question is phrased or how the question is worded also depends on, I guess, the response to it. But for the most part, the way that I originally phrased the question of, do you need expensive gear to take great photos? No, you do not. You can even use your phone. I have a friend of mine, shout out to Christian. If you're watching, you better be watching, but shout out to Christian. She has is it a 15? Or what's the newest one? I don't know. I think it's 15. She has an iPhone 15, and her phone takes great photos. And again, you can honestly just start from your phone. You can honestly start from those like throwaway digital cameras. You can start from the little Polaroid cameras on Amazon that run for like $50. You do not need expensive gear to take great photos. It is your skill set. It is how you want to edit photos. It is how you go about editing photos. It is about the software that you use. But no, the gear does not make who you are. You determine how your photos turn out, and you kind of determine how your pictures are turning out. So to make this long-winded answer, no, you do not need expensive gear to take great photos. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Like I said, I just wanted to make like a quick sit down video because I did ask this question on my page. Um, and yeah, if you guys stayed to the end, comment a pink heart, or pink hearts, I should say. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I'm doing Vlogmas this year, and that means I'm gonna be posting every single day up until the 25th. So make sure that you also click the bell button so you guys are notified when I update. You guys are notified when I do post a new video, because I will be posting every single day up until Christmas, and then I will also be trying to be a lot more active on YouTube as much as possible. So yeah, thank you guys, and I don't know why I just did a long pause, but great. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.